Hello, everybody, and welcome back to MTU Esports. Today, your Michigan Tech Huskies Call of Duty team is going to be taking on Newberry College in Week 2 of the Playfly Varsity Premier Call of Duty League. I'm Jake, I go by Scrimby, and tonight I'm joined by...
I'm David, I go by Lightning.
All right, and then David, could you go over the rosters for both teams for us today?
Sure. So for MTU, we have Maximilian as Scuba, Daniel as Pine Ree, Christian as Clutch Russ, and Trent as Twent. And then for the Newberry team, we have Eternals World, Kay Beasley, Diff Moves, and Cells.
And Michigan Tech, not the start that you want to have week 1 of the season, wound up going in a 3-game sweep, falling to their opponent last week. And Newberry looks like they're going to be a really solid team as well. So Michigan Tech going to be playing a pretty exciting game here. Going to see how this shakes out. We're going to wait for players to load into our lobby real quick. So we're going to have to take a quick intermission before we get the game started for you. But a lot to look forward to here in week 2. The Huskies looking for a bounce back week.
For sure.
Just falling in week 1 is going to be a tough situation. But looking towards week 2, just trying to get that mental reset, how important do you think it is to just get off on the right foot here, get this game going well for Michigan Tech?
Oh, it's definitely going to be really important for them, especially against this this kind of an underdog moment for them. I think it'll be really good for them to get a couple rounds going.
Yeah. And we do have the map rotation for you all, so we'll go over that real quick. So just like last week, the map rotation is going to go hardpoint, search and destroy, control, and then back to hardpoint and search and destroy for games 4 and 5 if they're necessary. Map 1 is going to be hardpoint on sub-base. Map 2 is going to be search and destroy on Rio. 3 will be control point on high rise. And then 6-star is the map for both games 4 and 5 on hardpoint and search if we need those games. While the lobby's getting set up, we're going to take a quick intermission for you all, so we'll be right back for the start of game 1. See you then.
See ya.
Welcome back, everybody. We're still having some issues getting the lobby set up here, so we're hoping to get the Week 2 match to you in the near future. But for now, we do want to thank some of our sponsors, starting first with Bradway Enterprises. If you're a tech student, do you need to be close to campus? We have places for that. Find the perfect location, live where you want to live. Go check out houghtonforrent.com if you're looking for a place to stay next year. And thank you to Bradway Enterprises for sponsoring tonight's stream.
Another sponsor is from University Images. Looking to spice up your style? University Images is your official headquarters for authentic Michigan Tech Huskies apparel. University owned, university operated, University Images, located in the SDC, or go to bookstore.mtu.edu.
Yeah, and they are carrying our new Michigan Tech esports jerseys now in the University Images shop, so go check that out. Available in the SDC or online, so be sure to get some of these jerseys. I mean, this is my first time wearing them on camera, I think, so, and I mean, I'm a fan personally.
I think they look pretty good.
So, yeah. Also, for those of you joining us on YouTube tonight, be sure to like our stream, subscribe, hit the little notification bell. You know, all the generic YouTube things that you're supposed to do for your favorite creators like us. But yeah, so our Week 2 match, Michigan Tech versus Newberry, hopefully starting in the near future. We'll have updates for you as soon as we can get them. We'll see you in a bit. We're going to cut back to intermission, hopefully at the start of Game 1. See you in a bit. All right, everybody, welcome. Here we are, game one. It's going to be hardpoint on subbase. Quick update for you all. One player on Newberry's roster has been brought in as a substitute. Deucer is going to be replacing Eternal in this series. Still going to be a best of 5. Still normal rules for all the game modes. Hardpoint's going to be first to 250 points. Right now, Newberry in control of the point. Deucer and Diff holding the point down so far, getting that kill on Twent. Husky's looking for a counterattack right now. And just looking at how this setup's going right now, looks like Newberry's solidified their position for the moment, although it is contested. The tech push is going to be stopped right there. What do you think Tech's strategy should be for trying to go for these hard points here? I mean, only 10 seconds left on this point, but when the point does rotate, do you think they should just make a coordinated push, or should they try to spread out, avoid like trophy system spam, grenades, all that kind of stuff?
I mean, in that last spot, they had like 3 people on the high ground there, so I think definitely try and clear that out.
Yeah.
And that's what I can see.
All right, well, the point has now moved, and Newberry's still in control. Diff sitting up, has a trophy system down. Back to full HP, and gonna take out Pinery there. Scuba drops a trophy system of his own, though. Trying to get some kind of counter going here, stop some nades from Newberry. Twent gets taken down there by Cells. And so far, the Newberry defense holding strong on the point. Diff sitting at 8-0 right now. I mean, like you said, like just having that high ground control. Tech looking for a way to counter it right now, but have yet to find the answer. And Newberry looks like they're going to hold P2 to completion here. Tech going to have to try again on P3. They are currently on the point, and it looks like they will get something here.
Tech does look like they're grouping up down there at the bottom of the map.
Yeah. And P3 spawns. Tech for now in control. Twent holding the point. Gets a kill. A little bit of time ticking away here for the Huskies. Trying to get set up. They're going to want some trophy systems down, so a couple more kills, get those streaks. But also don't want to overextend here. Don't get too greedy. Clutch Russ, nice kill from behind. Going to buy the Huskies some more time. Cells on top, looking for a drop shot. Going to get it. Takes the point, but immediately traded. And the point currently unoccupied. Diff gets stunned by a nade. Looking for Scuba on the counter. Finds him. But for now, Newberry not on the site. And there's the retake from Newberry. Tech 20 points there on P3. Took advantage of Newberry being focused on that point. Buying time early here might be their way back into the game right when the point switches. Hoping that the Newberry players stay back to maximize points on the previous one. 5 seconds to go until we switch to P4. Clutch Russ looking for picks, not going to find any there. Beasley takes out Scuba up on the high ground. Clutch Russ, nice trade though. Tech holding this point for now early again. Contested quickly, but Newberry player goes down. Cells gets traded. Newberry about halfway to the point goal, sitting at 114 right now, but Tech getting some more progress here. Scuba, nice kill at a distance there. And Dead Silence activated for Clutch Russ. Trophy system goes down for Scuba. Tech trying to hold this point well, but for at least a moment, Newberry has it back.
They're doing a pretty good job holding these long angles there for a moment. I think they should keep trying to do that.
Scuba especially got a couple of really nice picks there from a distance. Looks like they're all running assault rifles generally. A couple of SMGs, never mind. There we go. Russ, nice kill. Newberry still with control, though. Officially halfway to the 250-point goal. Deucer gets some damage with that nade, but not the kill. Pinery looking for a response. Gonna get taken out. Newberry on P5 already. Took control of this one early. Tech gonna have to look for a counterplay here. Way too much time to give up. It would be a disaster if Newberry completes this point. Diff on a 5K. Trying to make it 6, and will get 6. Snuck up on Scuba. Tech players trying to make a counterplay, but so far have yet to find a lane to push P5. Diff gets a kill. The point's currently unoccupied by Newberry. Looks like they're just playing barely off it, maybe trying to bait a Tech push. Clutch Russ gonna get taken out. Deucer on a 5K as well. And now Newberry back on the point with control. Final 10 seconds ticking down before we go back to that middle point, P1. And Tech looks like they're going to be setting up a formation to try to hold that high ground exactly what Newberry did to them the first time this point was up. P1 back up. 180 points right now for Newberry, 41 for Michigan Tech. Deucer actually TK Cells with a grenade there. And that's going to leave a little bit of a door open for Tech, maybe. We'll see. Diff currently on the point. It's taken down. Yeah, so far the Newberry defense is just putting on a clinic on most of these points. Tech has had some nice progress early here, but Newberry looks for a counter push and generally finds a team push to break through that Tech defense. We'll see if the Huskies can find a response here. 20 seconds to go on P1. P2 will have another cycle. Nice kill there. Twent taking out Beasley. And for now, Tech has position on this point, but Cells running through, gets a multi-kill and just wipes out the Tech setup there. Newberry on the point at 2:27. Tech, last chance here to make a push, just getting killed from behind, left and right. The Newberry defense got set quick. Clutch Russ does get a kill. Looking for a way to make this push work. Newberry just needs to kill the clock here. 15 seconds to go for Michigan Tech.
3 of them going in there. Getting 2.
Nice work there. Scuba and Pinery combining. Still players on the site. Need to get some kills here. Clutch Russ helps get the site back under control. Currently an empty site. Tech needs those points. They're going to hold it back down. And now Diff back in control. 5 seconds to go here. Last chance for the Huskies. Not going to happen. Newberry going to take game 1. 250 to 45 on hardpoint. Not the outcome that you want to see there for the Huskies. But still, I mean, especially early on a couple of those rotations, they got set up well. Their defensive formation held for a while. So they have good things looking into game 2. But it's definitely going to be a tough hill to climb here going into Search and Destroy.
Yeah, I think they definitely got the memo that they need to change some things up, but I think they know what they need to do now.
Exactly.
They've seen these strats. They've seen. I think they see what they need to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've seen a little bit of how Newberry plays. They're seeing a lot of their defensive formations. Obviously, going to be a different map. We're going to Rio here for Search and Destroy, but still something to work with, something they can take into game 2 here. For those of you who don't know, Search and Destroy, very similar to Counter-Strike and Valorant and how the rounds are structured. One team of 4 players is going to have control of a bomb. They need to get to one of 2 sites on the map. They need to plant it and then defend the bomb until it detonates, I believe 45 seconds after it's planted. And then the other team is trying to either stop the plant or defuse the bomb once it's planted. But yeah, so looking into that game, it'll be best of 11, so first to 6 rounds is going to win the game. Looks like we're having some lobby issues here, so we're going to cut to a brief intermission while we get that figured out. We'll be right back in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to Rio for Game 2 of this Best of 5 series. It's going to be Search and Destroy. Michigan Tech going to be the first ones on the attacking side here. Looks like they're going for a B push. Stells gets first blood and quickly a 4v2 here in favor of Newberry, and going to wipe out the Huskies there. A very quick round to start for Newberry. Going to be difficult to see what the Huskies can glean from that here when they're trying to set up some future offensive pushes, but they're on the defensive this time. What do you think the Husky strategy is going to be here going, because there are two different sites to defend. Do you think they try to stack a site and then go for a retake if they pick the other one? Do you think they just go 50-50 and hope for the best?
Well, I feel like they saw that they just got picked off one by one, so I feel like they're going to try and stack here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just the question is, there's not a ton of ways to make that transition from A to B site in a timely way.
No.
So we'll see. It looks like they're going to go for a bit of a spread here. Pinery's watching all the way down that outside lane.
Covering a little B-sided here. They got 2v1, get traded out.
And it's going to be a 3v2 right now, a 3v1. Michigan Tech in the lead here. Only one player left for Newberry. It's going to be Diff. Has possession of the bomb. Looking for a rotation onto A site now. Scuba is there. Will he be able to get this trade? Diff on the site. Scuba gets spotted and taken down. 1v2 situation now. 50 seconds to go here for Diff. Wants one more frag. Might go for a rotate, actually. We'll see. Trying to bait out some kind of push from the Huskies.
Russ and Pinery grouping up, playing this together.
Russ did have a pretty solid game one, about a 1 KD. May just have the answer here, but going to get taken down, and it's left to just Pinery, who gets the kill! Huskies going to tie this game up. One round apiece here in S&D, and that is exactly the response you want after a quick loss in the first round.
That was a great trade there at the end. Playing together was definitely the move.
Yeah. Diff got a little bit too aggressive there. Pinery had the read, the call out from Clutch Russ. And that is a huge kill there for the Huskies, tying the series right back up. Don't want to go down 2-0 early, especially when you're just playing to 6 rounds here. All right, round 3. Huskies back on attack. We'll see what the strategy is here now. Them taking a little bit too long to develop a push meant that Newberry was able to sneak behind them in round 1. Might be a bit more aggro here round 3. Clutch Russ with the bomb.
Newberry pushing up right away.
And Deucer's going to get taken down. I believe we just had a player DC on the Tech side. We're going to have to see what happens there. Scuba the last alive. It's a 1v2 now. Scuba trying to get around Cells and Diff. Does not have the bomb. Knows where it is, though. Knows the Newberry players are going to be on top of it. So looking for a way to bait one out, force a 1v1. That is going to have to be the way that Scuba gets this done.
Yeah, Cells and Diff are both stacking each other right now.
Yeah, neither one of them wants to run away. Just want to make sure they have this clock tick down. The clock is working for them right now. So Scuba going to have to be quiet here and try to sneak up on at least one of them. 30 seconds to go.
Holding the cross together.
Takes out one, but gets traded immediately. That's exactly what Newberry was probably hoping for. And going to take the lead back 2-1. But another solid round there from Tech. They're keeping themselves in this round. Or round by round, they're keeping themselves in it. Which, with how the hardpoint game went, that's something that they wanted to get on top of. So now, let's see what the Huskies do on defense again. So far, defense has won every round. We'll see if that trend continues here. And it looks like the DC Tech player is back in the lobby, so we should be good to go. Thankfully, not a catastrophic issue there. And round 4 going to be underway. Tech on defense. Let's see how they respond. Looks like a pretty heavy B push to start here. Players actually pushing that long lane now.
Similar setup. Similar setup to how Tech was on defense the first time.
And Deucer already going for the plant and going to get it. So bomb is planted. 45 seconds for Tech to get a defusal. But nice defense so far, holding for Newberry. Pinery trying to get a bait there.
Scuba going for a flank here.
And now Scuba the last one. It is a 1v4. Scuba's going to need an ace. Let's see what his strategy is here. Player breaks out, gets the knife kill on Scuba. Just wasn't expecting a push there. And Newberry takes the lead 3-1. I don't think there was a sound cue or anything. I think it's just the two players ran into each other. And Deucer was a little bit quicker on the draw for the melee there, in a better position. It's exactly that, yeah. So Newberry up 3 rounds to 1 right now, excuse me. First team to 6 rounds is going to take this point. Newberry won the first game on hard point. So Tech trying to tie this series and force at least a game 4. All right. Tech back on the offensive.
Bringing the bomb to A this time. I don't think we've seen an A push yet.
And now it looks like a Newberry player is actually disconnected. So the lobby issue is ever present here, it seems like. We'll see what the solution is. But Newberry has just completely encircled the Tech players, but Tech so far responding well. 2 kills quick on Newberry, and now it's just Diff standing.
Bomb planted, 3 versus 1.
Clutch Russ, gonna get some damage. They're gonna trade there. Looks like both are probably gonna try to heal back up to full. Went with a nice angle on the van, but gets spotted. Just the feet peeking, and what a retake there by Diff. Really nice work there. Spotted Twent's feet underneath the van. A crucial kill there. Absolutely would have been a trap. And then Clutch Russ just falls into the crosshairs for a headshot there.
Wow, that's really showing his game knowledge there to check those under the van for feet.
Yeah, these Newberry players doing an excellent job of clearing sights on their attacking rounds. And still currently a player down. No word on a tech pause or anything yet. So we will continue. Newberry up 4-1. Tech back on defense. And Newberry already on the A site. And they're not going to be met by anybody. They should get the plant off here, no worries. Beasley playing slow, though.
3 of the Tech guys look like they're going for a flank.
I'm wondering if Beasley knows that they have the bomb. Diff gets 1. Diff gets 2. Gets a 3rd. Finally traded out by Scuba. Nearly an ace there for Diff, who's been having a pretty excellent game so far. Sells and Beasley left.
Gets the bomb planted.
Yep. And that timer ticking again. Scuba, familiar situation. 1v2 with the clock ticking against him. Sells and Beasley, the 2 to beat this time. Scuba gets caught in the crosshairs. Alive for now. Gonna heal back up. And now the Newberry player is getting in position. Sells looking for a flank. Not going to get there in time, by the looks of it. Might, though. And it looks like Beasley is going to be the one to take out Scuba and make it 5-1 in favor of Newberry College. Michigan Tech, now in a match point situation, need to win 5 rounds in a row here to keep themselves alive. All right. Possibly the last round here in Game 2. Round number 7, Huskies are going to be back on the attacking side, excuse me. We'll see what their strategy is going to be here. Really nice comeback win in round 2.
Looks like their player that disconnected was back now.
Yep, back up to full strength now for Newberry. Cruise missile called in by Diff, who I guess had 5 consecutive kills in an S&D lobby. That's pretty impressive. Cruise missile's not going to get a kill. Currently a 3v2 in favor of MTU. Cells and Diff, the final 2 players for Newberry. Twent takes out Cells, so now just Diff who gets taken down, and Michigan Tech going to take their second round of the game. Needed that one to keep themselves alive. 2-5 now. Nice heads-up work there. Twent comes back into the building at the right time, able to shut down that Newberry flank on Clutch Russ. Exactly what the Huskies wanted there. All right. I think in this spot, you just got to take it 1 round at a time, right? Just make sure that you can keep your head on your shoulders. Don't make any crazy overreaches or anything. Diff is having a great game. You want to make sure you isolate him. Newberry attacking now, heading towards the ace site. And once again, Michigan Tech choosing not to send anybody there at the top of the round. Going to go for a retake instead. And Cells is going to get the plant. Scuba sends a nade over. Deucer waiting prone for Scuba and Clutch Russ. Nice stun grenade there. We'll see if that gets a kill. Clutch Russ still gets taken down by Deucer. Nice nade and everything. Just an unfortunate shake there. Scuba doesn't get the trade, though. And now a 1v3 Beasley, the last player remaining for Newberry, just going to try to kill clock here. 18 seconds to go. Knows somebody's on there. Gets the pistol kill. Gets out of the smoke. Clock is still going down. Scuba has time. Gonna get the defusal. 5-3, but a close call there for the Huskies. All right. Huskies keeping themselves alive. Only down 2 rounds now. 5 rounds to 3. They're going to be back on attack this round. They've fared a little bit better on defense so far. Well, let's see if they can find their answer. Newberry, after a solid game 1, seeing a bit of fight out of the Huskies here in game 2. Michigan Tech looking for their first map win of this series. Scuba takes the bomb for Tech. Looks like they're going for a B push.
Bringing the bomb to B, but unfortunately that's where Newberry seems to be concentrated. Going all 4 for a flank.
Oh, they're going for a flank. A complete flank,
Gets
actually.
1, doesn't get traded.
2v3. Cells looking for Twent. Twent takes a lot of damage there. Going to get taken down, and that is going to be the game. Newberry wins the series. Final score is going to be 6-3, or wins the game, excuse me. Final score is going to be 6-3 in Search and Destroy. And Tech on their last life going into control. A lot better performance there in game 2 from the Huskies, though. After, I'm not going to mince words, a blowout on Hardpoint. Definitely nice to see some more fight out of them here in the second map on control points. A mode that, in my opinion, lends itself a little bit better to control points as well.
Yeah, definitely those 3 rounds, I assume, are definitely going to boost their morale coming into this next game.
Yeah. I mean, we could hear them downstairs cheering a little bit, getting excited as Scuba got that clutch kill, winning that 3rd round. So we'll see if the Huskies can carry this momentum in, get a big win in game 3. And like I said earlier, it's going to be on control points. Interesting game mode, quite a bit different from a lot of the other FPS titles out there. How it works is it's first team to 3 rounds wins, so best of 5 within this game. There are 2 control points on the map, which you have to hold possession of to get progress on. Kind of similar to how control points worked in like Team Fortress 2 for a lot of people who played that game way back when. I know that kind of marks me as ancient, being like an older TF2 player. But so there's 3 ticks on each control point. Anytime you're on the control point, stops the clock from ticking down. The attacking team wins. They complete control of both control points, and the defending team wins if the clock runs out. Or either team can run out of lives. You have a total of 30 lives to spend during the game. Looks like we're going to have another lobby reset here, so we're going to have to cut to a quick intermission to make sure that we can get set up and ready to go for map 3. So we'll be back in just a little bit. Hopefully, we'll see what the Huskies can do on control points. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are for Game 3 on High Rise. It's going to be control points. Michigan Tech starting out on the attacking side. Right now leaning towards that A site, but may just be looking for picks. The important thing to watch right now, besides the control point progress that you see, is the life counters at the bottom of the middle box on the scoreboard. So you can see right now Michigan Tech down 3 lives compared to Newberry. Those are total number of respawns the team gets. Once that hits 0, everybody who's still alive is on their last life, no respawns allowed, and if they all die, it's game over. The other team instantly wins the round. Nice kill there by Pinery, clearing up the high ground now for the Huskies. But Diff gonna get around, get a nice flank. Deucer gets 2 kills as well, and right now Newberry with nice control of the map, holding down both control points pretty well as Tech respawns. Beasley just walked off the map on accident. That's gonna happen on High Rise every once in a while. Found a nice spot, nice corner where nobody can get behind you. The issue is what's behind you is a pretty big drop. So nothing there for the Huskies. Final 20 seconds now. Clock winding down. They need to get on a control point to get that clock to stop and complete capture of one to get some extra time on the clock. And it looks like Twent might have a way onto A site here. Gonna pause the clock. A brief respite for the Huskies, but immediately goes down. And the clock is gonna wind down. Final push here. Michigan Tech not going to get there in time. Newberry holds the sights almost completely clean in round 1. Almost a perfect round there for Newberry. Really solid defensive work there.
Yeah, Newberry almost always had someone watching their spawns, almost kind of spawn camping them in a way.
Yeah, not quite in their spawns, but enough to where they knew which lanes they were pushing most of the time, able to set up defensive strategies there. And going to be difficult for Michigan Tech on the attacking side by the looks of it on that round. So we'll see how they respond in round 3, but now on round 2, they're on defense. Let's see how long they can hold up against this Newberry push. If they can do the exact same thing right back, what a momentum swing. Cells gets taken down quickly. Nice work by Pinery. Watch Russ also taking out Cells, excuse me. Oh, Beasley, nice flank though. So far, no progress on either point. But Newberry doing a good job of holding control out of spawns. Cell's looking for a push on Twent. So far, Twent staying alive. Nade comes in.
Beasley and Diff both holding the MTU spawn together.
Yeah. It's going to be tough to break out of this. And Diff just has a great head glitch there. Does get taken out. Tech looking for a little bit of room to work now. But now both Newberry points being captured. A tick on A. The clock currently stopped at 48 seconds. When either point is completely captured, more time will be added to the clock.
Pinery with the accidental nade team kill there.
Yeah. It's rough, but you know, in the chaos like this, when you're trying to get out of your own spawn, not a ton of room to work.
Yeah.
Trying to work quickly, too, because of how much of a strict timer you're on in this game mode.
Cells does get taken out of the spawn.
And now Deucer looking for a way through. Also capturing B right now.
Tech players making their way out.
The A site is almost captured. Beasley has a cruise missile ready. Looking to get some more kills, preventing Tech from making a counterplay. B site's contested. No more. Oh, Beasley only kills Diff, but it's still going to be enough. Newberry takes the win. Nice attacking round there for them on round 2. And now it is true match point for Michigan Tech. Need to win 3 straight rounds here on control point in order to force game 4. And there's just a rough pistol kill there by Deucer. Gonna be the last life there for the Huskies. Let's see what Michigan Tech can do here. They're gonna be back on attack. Last round got stifled pretty hard at mid. Not able to get to the points except for, I believe it was Scuba very briefly in round 1. So let's see if they can get a better push off here to start. A hot start will make it a lot better for Michigan Tech, especially if they can get a point early. Diff gonna get first blood. Twent waiting for that overextension by Newberry. And nice kills there. Life count is currently even. Just Tech looking for that push. So far, Newberry with better map control, though. Beasley getting back towards the Michigan Tech spawn. Finding a way up onto this building.
Oh, this is some crazy parkour.
Yeah,
we're
this is a spot right here.
Wow. 2 of them in there.
Beasley going to take down one, takes out Twent. 35 seconds to go here for the Huskies. And Newberry not letting up, keeping them boxed in spawn. Under 30 seconds to play now. Life counter going down for the Huskies. Need to make progress towards one of those points. Find a way around just to stop the clock even.
Yeah, they really need to take out these guys that are on top of them. Holding them down really can't really escape out of there.
It's such a tough angle to actually peek out, like especially when you don't know where the other Newberry players are waiting on the map for you.
Exactly.
Final 10 seconds come down. Twent gets taken out. And Newberry just complete map control here. Huskies not going to be able to get it done. And Newberry going to take this one in a 3-0 sweep. Michigan Tech not able to get progress there in that control point mode. And that will be the series. So congrats to Newberry winning their game against Michigan Tech. But Michigan Tech, especially in that search and destroy game, a lot of good things, a lot of momentum being built there. And I think those slower game modes, so control point on maps that aren't high-rise and search and destroy are going to be pretty friendly to Michigan Tech this year based on how that game went. So that's going to be something to look out for. We are hoping to do a brief interview in a little bit, so we're going to cut to a quick intermission, see if we can get a player up here for the interview. So we'll be right back for that. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. I'm joined today by Twent. So obviously going down a sweep, not the greatest way to go about a game, but there was a lot to like, especially in that search and destroy game. Saw a lot of positive momentum going in there. So just like, what was the talking like down there as you guys were trying to start put those rounds together? What do you think really put you over the edge to pick up those rounds in S&D?
Yeah, so after the first map, it was tough. A couple technical difficulties going into that,
Yeah.
but search has always been kind of our go-to where we feel like we can really bounce back. So that's kind of what we felt like. We felt the most comfortable on that, and then we just had to tell ourselves, play our game. And then
Exactly.
it started coming together, and yeah, I think we're going to keep our heads up high and just keep it going, keep practicing, and look at the VOD.
All right. So yeah, you're saying like Search and Destroy is probably going to be the game mode that you guys latch on to most this year.
Yeah.
In general, are you feeling stronger about going into Control or Hardpoint as your other game mode? Because I mean, we're going to see Hardpoint a little bit more probably because it's going to be Game 4 instead of just Game 3.
Yeah.
So like, are you like trying to put more practice into Hardpoint to pick up that second mode now, or are you trying to focus like that map 3, trying to like pin down like potential sweeps in the future for Control?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. I don't think it's anything in particular. It's definitely more of a gunfight, gun-heavy game modes instead of Search and Destroy. But I think just keep rocking and look at the VOD. So.
And then, so next week, because San Jose was not able to stay in the tournament for the semester, you guys do have a bye week next week.
Correct.
So what do you think your plan is going into that bye? Like, just try, I mean, 0-2 start, you want to try to get that mental reset going. Like, do you have any particular plans for how you guys want to go about that?
I think our next practice, we're definitely going to watch VOD, especially that Search and Destroy map. We're going to see what we liked, what we can work on. So I think just watch the VOD and get some more reps in.
Sounds good.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, Call of Duty will not be playing next week because they do have a bye week, but all of our other rosters will be playing. So on Monday, we're going to have a double header. At 7 o'clock, we're going to see Rocket League try to stay undefeated as they take on Rowan University. And then at 8:30, we're going to see the Smash Ultimate Team take on Creighton. On Tuesday, we have Valorant at 7 o'clock. They're going to be taking on Cumberland. And then on Wednesday, we have Overwatch at 7 o'clock, taking on the University of Toledo. But for tonight, that's going to be all for us. I'm Scrimby. Thank you all so much for joining us. A huge thank you to all of our partners for sponsoring our stream. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good night. Go Huskies.
Thank you, guys. And I want to thank my family real quick and my lovely girlfriend.